I just won this roll of 8mm film from Paul Stanley's solo tour back in 1989 from an eBay auction. And I am beyond excited to restore this thing, bring it back to life, and I can't wait to see what's on it. Wait, what? Hello Kiss Army, thank you for clicking on today's video. I really appreciate it. My name is Xander from the Kiss Army Things podcast. So I've been a Kiss fan my whole life, and I've been a Kiss collector for probably 15 years now. I've come across a lot of cool things, but nothing quite like this. This is really cool, really special, and really unique. So this is a roll of 8mm film that was shot at one of Paul's shows back in 1989 when he went on a solo tour. I cannot believe that I actually have this. It's a very obscure era in Kisstory because it's not technically Kisstory, it's kind of Kiss adjacent. But after Crazy Nights and before Kiss went and recorded Hot in the Shade, Paul Stanley did a small club tour. He played a handful of shows on the East Coast and then even fewer shows on the West Coast. His band consisted of Gary Corbett on keyboards, Dennis St. James on bass, Bob Kulick on guitar, and for the first time ever, Eric Singer on drums. Unfortunately, I don't have any additional information on this as far as what city it was, the venue, the date. And by the looks of it, it's very, very short. There's not a whole lot here. If 50 feet is 5 minutes, I mean, this is only like a yard, so what, maybe 30 seconds at best? You can actually see Paul if you look close enough. I am super fascinated by this, but I need to find a way to watch it because it's not connecting to my Bluetooth, and I can't even get it to play in the VCR, so I think I'll take it up to Indy and just have a professional convert it. I could pay hundreds and get a machine and do it myself, but at this point, I think I just better let the pros do it. I'm just gonna have to wait for about a week until I can get it back. Alright, so it's been a week. I've waited long enough. I'm headed back up to Indy. I finally have the footage, both digital and the original, and I am super stoked to watch it. Are you ready? Wait, what? No, this is not Paul Stanley. This is, what is that, Traffic? That's Traffic! Okay, there's Paul. I was really worried there for a second. So, okay, you can clearly see Paul, and you can even see Eric Singer. That's awesome. And that's it. That's it. It's like, okay, that's about, what, 10 seconds? But, I mean, we knew it was going to be short, so it is what it is. Yeah, so you can clearly see Paul using his Steinberger GL guitar. A very odd-looking guitar, for sure. No headstock, and I can see Eric using a white drum kit, which means that this is the East Coast. I think he used a red drum kit on the West Coast, so I can at least say it's that. Now, okay, I know I'll probably never actually know what show in particular this is from, but I want to see just how close I can get. I want to narrow it down, and I'm going to be right back. So, Kiss Army Spain did an incredible book several years back about the solo tour that Paul did in '89, and it is incredible, full of fan testimonies and photographs, ticket stubs, posters, reviews, advertisements, all kinds of stuff. So this is probably the most information that we're going to be able to actually find on this tour, maybe some stuff online. But like I said, I just want to see how close I can narrow it down and see, you know, what show this actually was. Like I said, I know it's none of the West Coast shows because Eric was using a red drum kit. This is obviously a white drum kit, so that knocks out the last handful of shows. The show from New Haven is probably the most well-known, and we can see by Paul's shirt that it's not that show. I know it's also not the two shows in Brooklyn. There's some footage from other shows, so I'm just going to keep going through here and just see how much I can knock out. So I was able to actually eliminate several of the shows. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do much more than that. I've narrowed it down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 shows, but without enough photographic and video evidence, I'm not really going to be able to determine what show it is. Personally, I think it's probably the Agora Ballroom in West Hartford, Connecticut, the show that took place on February 23rd. The reason why I say that is because if these photos are from that show in West Hartford, Connecticut, then based on what I'm seeing here, this looks the closest. You can see you have similar lights overhead. You have Paul wearing a dark shirt. I can almost see bluish pants, and he even has a white glove with a black stripe over the thumb. Again, the white drum set and the Steinberger GL guitar. Obviously, he did wear very similar outfits throughout the tour and would even wear the same shirt. But with what I have and the information that's available, I mean, to me, it looks like it could be at the West Hartford show. But again, I mean, without photographic evidence of, say, the next show on February 24th, who's to say that, it wasn't that show? Or even Delaware, the opening night of the tour. There's very limited pictures and video from that tour, so again, I'll probably never know, but it's still fun to kind of speculate and see. So I'm guessing the 23rd of February, who knows? But anyway, I kind of want to keep going because, so I have this footage now. It's absolutely incredible, but I want to bring it back to life. It's very grainy, it's very dark, and with modern technology, surely we can, bump that up, add some life to it. So I'm going to open up this software called Topaz Video Enhance AI. And with this, I am going to not only upscale the footage, but I'm going to remove some of that grain. I'm going to sharpen a little bit of that detail and make it look less like it was filmed on 8mm film. Okay, so our video quality is definitely low. It's not interlaced. That would be like, home video. It's not CG. It's definitely real. So I'm just going to stick with progressive. And then if I hit the compare button, I'll be able to look at all the different options and choose the one that I think is best for this situation. Personally, I think Artemis low quality in the top right is going to be the best option. So that's the one that I'm going to choose. I'll hit start processing and then we'll wait for the AI to do its thing. Yeah, this made a huge difference. So right away I'm noticing there's not quite as much grain at all. Even on the shots in the beginning with, what is that, Paul's tour bus maybe? I don't know. Maybe somebody filmed him and his band getting off the bus. I don't know, but even that right there is just a huge difference just by removing the grain. So running it through Topaz definitely helped. It looks way sharper and way crisper than what it did before. But let's just keep this going. So I'm going to quickly open up Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm going to import the restored and upscaled footage. And for this, I'm going to go ahead and remove all the parts with the tour bus and have it start with just Paul. And so now I will attempt some color correction here. Let's see. I'm going to add an adjustment layer and head over to Lumetri Color. Now I'm going to go through here, play with some of these settings and see if I can bring out that color and bring out the tone. I mean, I'm not really working with much, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm just going to go through here, kind of play with it and see what I can do. So that's the way it was before, and that's how it is now. It's a little less exposed and more contrasty. It's a little bit better, but I still don't know what song it is. Why did I even think of that? Obviously, I knew there wasn't going to be any sound, but I wasn't even thinking about what song he's playing. Okay, here we go. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like I said, West Haven is the most definitive show, so I'm just going to go watch some of these shows, listen to some of this audio, and see if I can figure out what song he's playing. I notice if you look, it looks like Eric's doing a fill, and then Paul's doing some, guitar work. It goes from like a riff into some, not like a solo, but like I said, like a guitar fill or a drum fill. So maybe I Want You. I Stole Your Love. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna have to just watch a bunch of footage and figure it out. Got it. I got it. I figured it out. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I think it's coming out of the chorus into the second verse of Hide Your Heart. If I'm not mistaken, I think if you look, it looks like do 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 bum 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 bum. The ride was over, but the story doesn't end. Do you see how that matched up a little bit? I'm thinking it's Hide Your Heart. And that actually kind of makes sense because at this time, Hide Your Heart was like the newest Kiss song. I think it hadn't even been released yet. This is before they even recorded Hot in the Shade, so that song wasn't even out yet. I think Let's Put the X in Sex had just come out, and then Hide Your Heart was like the new one, the unreleased one. So it makes sense why he would film that, except of course, again, there's no audio. So what I might have to do is just have some audio that already exists and kind of overlay it just to, but at least that'll give us some kind of context and will help bring it to life, I think. So, okay, yeah, let's watch it. Here's 10 seconds of Paul Stanley playing Hide Your Heart. Like I said, it's nothing, groundbreaking or earth-shattering, but it's just really cool to see something like this kind of come out. I mean, again, as a collector of 15 years, personally, I've never seen something like this. I know other people have collected, film and seen some of this stuff, but this just, to me, is just wild. Technology is fascinating. The fact that I was able to get this film converted into a digital format, and then also, big shout-out to Kiss Army Spain, who did this incredible book which helped me not only just, kind of narrow it down a little bit to what date I think it could be, but just thank you for writing such an amazing, incredible book. I found myself getting distracted actually during this. I was looking through and just found myself reading some of these fan testimonies. If you see this book out and about for sale, definitely pick this up. I actually bought this, I think maybe a year ago on a whim almost, just because I was like, I don't have that, and there's something I'm not really, that familiar with about the band or about Paul Stanley. So as a huge Paul fan and Eric Singer fan, I went ahead and got it. But now I'm really glad that I have this, because this, really came in handy for this project. So if you see this out and about, I think I got mine for around 60. So, if you see one going for like 90 or 100, that's not surprising. It's a really, really good book. It's well put together. I'm not sure how many were even made. So definitely, snag this up if you can get it. But either way, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys had a good time just as much as I did. This is a whole lot of fun, and if you want, be sure to definitely subscribe to the channel. We have other videos on this channel related to Kiss. We have a Kiss podcast that my brother and I do every 2 weeks. Definitely check that out. We have all kinds of, Kiss Army things. So thank you for joining me. My name is Xander. I hope everybody has a great day. Peace.